Hello guys, I hope you're having a nice day. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Victor, and today we're going to see how to make some maps on Tableau. There's a lot of different map styles you can do with Tableau, and in this video I will try to focus on giving you some tips and tricks you can use in order to do some great looking maps. So let's begin. When it comes to maps, there are a lot of different geographic data types you can use. I'll come back to it later, but for now I simply created a dataset on Excel. So the goal will be to create a map of France with the number of inhabitants for each metropolitan region. So here you have a column with the name of the region, here you have a column with the number of inhabitants, and here you have a column with the geographic code. So in this column you can use a lot of different types of geocodes, but here for the example I use the NUTS code, which is a European geocode. We'll come back later to all the different types of codes you can use. So now that our dataset is ready, we can jump over to Tableau and import our Excel into the connections here. And you can see here that Tableau figured out by itself the data type for each of our columns. So here for the inhabitants, you can see that it detected that it's a number. For the region, it's a string. And here you can see that for our NUTS code, it automatically detected that it's a geographic information, which is symbolized by this little planet here. And when you go into geographic role, you can see the NUTS Europe code, which is the code we are using here. So that means that every single geocode here can be used in Tableau, and Tableau will understand the geographic information of your data if you use one of this code. So you can see you can use, for example, the city code, the country region, the zip code, and so on. So now that we made sure that Tableau is understanding our data, it's actually really simple to create a map on Tableau. So we'll jump over to sheet number 1, turn this section here into map, take our NUTS variable, which is our geographic code, and drop it here into detail. And now, as you can see, it displays a map of France with every single region here on the screen. And you can see that when we hover here a region, we have the NUTS code, which is displayed. If we want to display the name of the region, which is actually much more interesting than the NUTS code, actually the NUTS code is here only to display the data at the right place, but we doesn't want to have it on the tooltip here. So to change this, we are going to take our name of regions here, drop it into detail, and now we can see that when we hover one of our region, we have the name of the region which is displayed. So here we have Bretagne. But we still have our NUTS code. So to remove it, just click here on tooltip and move it away like this. And now you can see that we have only the name here of each single region. So now if we want to display the number of inhabitants on the map here, we just have to take our inhabitant variable and drop it into colors. And here you can see we have the number of inhabitants, which is shown here on the map. We can see that a legend is created here on the right. But as you can see, the number of inhabitants is not figuring on the map when you hover this section here. You only have the region, and that's because we just changed it, the tooltip before. So to have the number of inhabitants here, I'm going to copy paste this, change region here for inhabitants, and replace our region here with the sum of inhabitants. I'm just going to put it into black and bold in order to match the region here, and now we have our number of inhabitants. So now that's not easily readable, the whole number here. We'd prefer to have something here like 5.97 millions rather than the entire number. So to change this, you're going to go over here to the sum of the inhabitants, click on the arrow and on format. Go here to pane, and in the default section here, you're gonna click on the numbers, make it a custom number, leave it to 2 decimals. You can leave the negative values like this, and in display units here, you're going to pick up millions. And now you can see that on our map, we have the millions of inhabitants that are displayed, and you can see it's also the case on the legend here. By the way, you can also choose to show the levels here in order to have the number displayed on the map. So now that we have our functional map, we can do a few things to personalize the map and customize it like you want to. So for example, one thing we can do is here change the type of chart. So here we have a map, but if we still want a map but with a point rather than these states which are colored, you can go here and click on circle. And now you see you have a circle for each region here. And you can change the size of them by taking the inhabitant number and dropping it into size. And now you can change this a little bit, and you can see that the more inhabitants there are in the region, the bigger the circle is. And here again you have your legend, which is popping here. If you want to, you can also choose to add a border to your circle by clicking on color, border, and here selecting the color you want to get your border. You can also change the size, the shape, sorry. If you want something else than a circle, you can click here, go to shape, and here choose the shape you want. So as you can see, last time I used this, I used the shape of basketball players for one of my Instagram charts. Because you can also upload some shapes from the internet, some PNG images, and upload them in the Tableau files. And then you can find them by clicking here, more shapes, and finding the path you give to your images. So now let me go back real quickly, because basketball players are not the most relevant here for our dataset. So I'll go back to this map, this normal map, and I'll just remove the size element here, because as you can see, the number here for Paris is much bigger, and it's not really interesting to have it like this. Let me come back to something like that. Another thing I like to change on maps is the color of the delimitation here between the regions. So I like having it the same color as the background. So here my background is white, so we will try to make them white. So to do this, we go to color, border, and here we pick up white. So now I have my white delimitation. You can also choose to change the background of your map here by clicking here on map, background map, and here you have a bunch of different options you can use. So you can put it, for example, in dark mode. So here you have a darker background. You can choose to have it like this. You can look, you have a lot of different options here, and you can also find them when you click on map layers here and choosing the style here. So if, for example, you want to have nothing but the France map here, you can go on outdoor lights. I mean, that's not really important, but you can wash out at 100% here. And here you have your clean map with nothing around it if you want to display it like this. You can also add a scale at the bottom of your map if you want to, in order to figure out the distances. So to do this, you can go here to map options, and here you can select this show map scale. And here you have your scale. So here it's in kilometers, but you can also put it into miles if you want to. Here we're in France, so I'll leave it to metric. You can also unselect all these little options if you want to. And here you have your map. So I'll just rename it quickly. Inhabitants per region. Here you go. And now you have your map. So I'll just quickly take the number, the name of the region here, put it into level, and do the same here for the inhabitants in order to have everything displayed on the map. I'll just make this size a little bit lower here so we can have everything displayed. And here it is. So that's it for this video, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope it helped you. If you have some further questions about maps on Tableau, don't hesitate to tell me in the comments. And if you like my video, you can subscribe to the channel. If you're interested in getting better and improving your data analysis and data visualization skills, a lot of videos are coming, so maybe you'll be interested. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.